While one guy is sitting at a dealership with a brand new SUV, watching his transmission warning light come on for the third time this year. Smart buyers are quietly driving cars that cost a fraction of the price, and mechanics are telling their own families to buy them. I've been a mechanic for 23 years, and these aren't internet recommendations. I've worked on these cars myself. Today, I'm showing you 10 cheap cars that can embarrass brand new vehicles without draining your bank account. And number 1. It's the car I'd buy with my own money. If you skip this video, you'll make a car buying mistake that could cost you thousands. Stay to the end. Number 1 will shock you. Everyone's seen this car, but almost nobody respects it. The Toyota Corolla, built between 2003 and 2008. Here's the irony. New car buyers are paying $40,000–$50,000 for SUVs loaded with screens and sensors, while this little sedan was built with one goal: never break down. Under the hood sits the 1ZZ SE, or the 2ZZ engine, a simple 4-cylinder running a timing chain instead of a belt. No surprise snapped belts, no bent valves, no $500 repair bill out of nowhere. I've personally worked on Corollas from this era with over 300,000 miles that still fire up on the first try, every morning, no smoke, no drama. Sure, the suspension is basic, the interior is plain, there's no giant touchscreen, but there's something better here: honesty. A car that does exactly what it's supposed to do for 20 years straight, asking for nothing but an oil change. Simple, stubborn, and still running. That's the Corolla. Next up is a car people confuse with its flashier, more complicated younger brother. The Honda Accord, built between 1998 and 2002. Pop the hood, and you'll find the F23, a 2.3-liter 4-cylinder, naturally aspirated, no turbo, no direct injection headaches. Here's the mechanical secret most people miss. This engine runs at low stress. It isn't fighting itself to make power. It just spins smooth and relaxed, decade after decade. The transmission from these years is mechanically simple too. No touchscreen shifting logic, no software update needed to keep it running, right? Just cables, gears, and fluid doing exactly what they were built to do. People look at this car and see an old sedan their uncle used to drive. Mechanics look at it and see a vehicle that regularly crosses 300,000 miles without the engine ever being opened. I've seen these Accords driven daily for over 20 years by the same owner, on the same engine, with zero major repairs. It's not flashy, it's not fast, but it'll still be running long after that new SUV is sitting in a junkyard. A lot of mechanics call this next one the most underrated sleeper on any used car lot. The Toyota Camry, 1997 to 2001, the XV20 generation. This is the car your neighbor's parents bought, drove for 15 years, and never once complained about. 2 engine options came with it: the reliable 5SFE 4-cylinder, or the smoother one, MZFE V6. Both share the same DNA: iron internals, simple fuel injection, and a timing belt schedule that, if you actually follow it, will never leave you stranded. Toyota over-engineered this car on purpose. During this era, reputation meant everything to the brand, so nothing was cheaped out. The cooling system is oversized. The transmission is a basic 4-speed automatic, with no complicated electronics to fail on you. I've pulled the valve covers on Camrys from this generation sitting at 280,000 miles, and the inside still looks nearly new. No sludge, no wear marks that shouldn't be there. That's not luck. That's what happens when a company builds a car to last, instead of building one to look good on a screen. This next one carries a real reputation among mechanics. The Lexus ES300, built between 1997 and 2001. It isn't just a fancy badge slapped onto an ordinary car. Underneath, it shares its bones with the Camry we just covered, but Lexus pushed it further. Same bulletproof V6, the 1MZFE, assembled with tighter tolerance, better sound insulation, and a suspension tuned for smoothness without sacrificing durability. Here's the surprising part. Lexus built these cars while the brand was still trying to prove itself against German luxury makers, which meant no shortcuts and no cheap plastic anywhere under the hood. The result is a luxury sedan that still drives like new 2 decades later, minus the repair bills people expect from luxury cars. Customers bring these in, expecting bad news, a warning light, a strange noise, and 9 times out of 10, it's something minor: a sensor, a hose, nothing structural. The engine and transmission underneath are the same tough components that made the Camry legendary, just wrapped in a nicer package. It's proof you can get comfort and reliability without paying a luxury price tag. Built for one purpose, surviving daily abuse without complaining, is the Honda CR-V first and second generation, 1997 to 2006. Today's small SUVs run tiny turbocharged 3-cylinder engines working overtime just to keep up. Honda did the opposite back then. These CR-Vs is shipped with naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engines, the B20 or the K24, running timing chains instead of belts. No turbo lag, no turbo failures, no complicated direct injection clogging up over time. Just smooth, simple Japanese engineering that spins quietly and never overheats. Mechanics who've been doing this a long time will tell you the same thing. With regular oil changes, these engines routinely cross 300,000 miles. That's not a typo. It's a car for people who want the comfort of a daily driver and the peace of mind that they'll never get stuck dealing with a major factory failure. Now, before we get into the top 5, if this is helping you, do me a quick favor. Hit that like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe so you don't miss the next real, no-nonsense mechanic breakdown. And drop a comment down below. Have you ever owned one of these cars? Which one on this list would you actually buy today? I read every single comment, so let me know. Your support is what keeps this channel independent. Let's keep going. Up next is a truck built with a single mission: take a beating and keep going. The Nissan Xterra, first generation, sold between 2000 and 2004. Nissan didn't overthink this one. They took the frame and front torsion, bar suspension straight from the Frontier pickup, a rugged work truck, and dropped a closed body on top of it. That engine underneath is the VG33, a 3.3-liter V6 that doesn't know the meaning of violent acceleration, but it also doesn't know the meaning of breaking down. I once had a customer bring in an Xterra sitting near 400,000 miles. Same original engine, never touched. He'd used it for towing, hauling, farm work, all of it. When I opened it up expecting damage, the internals looked like they belonged to a car with 50,000 miles on it. That's the kind of shock that earns a vehicle real trust. Everything about the Xterra is simple, thick, and easy to repair. The interior plastics are hard on purpose, built to be hosed down instead of babied. And mechanically there are no delicate modules waiting to short out the second you cross a puddle. This one's a true monster of durability. The Toyota 4Runner, 4th generation, built between 2003 and 2009. That generation leapt forward in space and power compared to the one before it, without giving up a single ounce of mechanical toughness. 2 legendary engines came with it, the 4.0-liter V6, or the massive 4.7-liter V8. The 2 UZFE, cast iron block and all. Here's the shocking part. That exact V8 is the same engine used in the Toyota Tundra that made headlines for crossing over 1 million miles on the original engine. No rebuild, no replacement, just regular maintenance and time. The body, on-frame platform is rock solid. The automatic transmissions in these trucks are nearly indestructible, and the build quality is tight enough that you won't hear a single rattle in the cabin even after 20 years of hard use. If you want an SUV that can handle real work and still feel solid decades later, mechanics point to this one first. We're into the podium now, and this one is a true American 4x4 legend. The Jeep Cherokee XJ, built between 1987 and 2001. If this vehicle were a person, it'd be a war veteran who doesn't need comfort to get the job done. Living under that hood is the legendary 4.0-liter PowerTech inline 6, a cast iron block with a center camshaft and pushrod valves, built with a simplicity that borders on ridiculous. No complicated sensors waiting to strand you in the middle of nowhere. Solid axles run front and rear, which makes the Cherokee XJ a machine that almost any small-town mechanic can repair with a basic set of wrenches, even out on a mountain trail. Take care of the cooling system, and you've got an engine that could practically outlive you. Second place belongs to a true desert queen, built for roads that shouldn't be possible. The Nissan Patrol, generations Y60 and Y61, produced between 1987 and 2009. I'll be straight with you. These weren't officially sold in huge numbers here in the US, but plenty made their way onto American soil, and mechanics who've worked on them all say the same thing. It's overbuilt in a way modern SUVs simply aren't. The inline 6-cylinder engines, gas or diesel, were built to industrial standard, but where the Patrol really destroys the competition is in its transmissions and solid axles. They're so thick and oversized that in parts of the world, owners double and triple the horsepower with massive turbos without ever touching the factory differentials. This vehicle wasn't designed to compete with city SUVs. It was designed to cross deserts and never break. Raw mechanical force in its purest form. And here it is, the car that earned the #1 spot as the world's reference point for reliability. No excuses. The Toyota Camry, 1992 to 1996. The XV10 generation. Toyota built this car to a lifespan standard far beyond any ordinary vehicle on the road. Whether it came with the reliable 2.2-liter four-cylinder or the smoother 3.0-liter V6, the 3VZFE, this car was engineered to just keep running, year after year, decade after decade. Honestly, this is the car I'd buy with my own money today, without a second thought. I've personally worked on these engines sitting past 400,000 miles, never opened up, still running strong. Mechanics across the country say the same thing. This generation of Camry was built to cross 400,000 miles without ever needing the engine open. The chassis, transmission, and drivetrain resist extreme abuse. And unlike most old cars, this one doesn't lose its value, because everyone in the industry knows buying one means buying mechanical peace of mind for life. That's how we close out this list. 10 cars built like tanks, 10 engines with no chronic failures, and living proof that real durability is measured in the quality of the metal, not the number of screens on a dashboard. If this video helped you see the used car market differently, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and tap the bell so you don't miss the next no-nonsense mechanic breakdown. Share this with that friend who's about to go into debt over a brand new SUV full of plastic and screens. Protect your money, protect your garage. I'll see you in the next one.